Hey guys, how you doing? You doing all right today? I hope so. This is the video for Dragon Day 12 Block 3, all right? So if you are in my Block 3, you are in the right place. Awesome job. If you're not in my Block 3, then you're at the wrong video, all right? I am actually recording today at my parents' house. I'm in the attic room thing because their internet here is faster. My internet at my apartment is slower, and it took forever for your all's video to upload on Monday, and I didn't have it uploaded on time. So hopefully, where I'm using faster internet, it'll upload in time for you all today. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it all. We'll go ahead and get into our lesson. I believe we're still in area, right? I introduced area on Monday. So what we will do is we will review what area is first, and we'll review a little bit of perimeter too. And then we'll get into the new part. It's not too bad. The new part of our lesson, and then this video will be over. All right. Okay, so, and hopefully this time, we will not have any technological issues. Everyone cross your fingers for no technology issues. Please, no technology issues. All right, so, on Monday, we talked about area, and we talked about perimeter too. Now, first, let's just discuss perimeter a little bit. What was can you all remember the three-letter word I had you all memorize for perimeter? It's like a snake, remember? POA. You said POA. Good job, you got it right. P stands for what? Perimeter. O stands for what? Perimeter takes place where? On the outside. And A stands for addition. Remember, we use addition for perimeter. And then I gave you another three-letter word. This one was for area. And it started with an A. Can you remember it? I'm writing it down right now. If you said, drum roll please, aim, then you are correct. All right? A stands for area. Now, if perimeter takes place on the outside, what do you think the I stands for? Inside. I stands for inside. So the A stands for area, the I stands for inside, and if for perimeter you add, what do you think this one stands for again? Multiply, right? Multiply. So for perimeter, it's outside and we add. For area, it's inside, so we multiply. Guys, right now, that is the biggest thing that I need you to know. Perimeter is outside, so you add. Area is inside, so you multiply, okay? Now, on Monday, we talked about area and perimeter using rectangles and shapes with tiles, right? Y'all remember that? And for perimeter being on the outside, remember you have to count the outside blocks. So my perimeter of this square would be, or this rectangle would be 1, 2, 3, corner pieces we count twice, remember? 4, 5, 6, 7, corner piece, 8, 9, 10, corner piece, 11, 12, 13, 14. So the perimeter would be 14. 14 what? 14 units, right? Because those are called unit squares. So perimeter would equal 14 units, right? And then area, do you remember how to find the area of these tiled figures? you have to count everything on the inside, because remember, perimeter takes place on the outside, so we counted the outside blocks. Area takes place on the inside, so we count everything that's inside the square. 1, I can't look at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the area of this figure would be what? 12 units. And do you remember what we do to area? We say area equals, it looks like we say area equals 12 units, and then something goes up top. Do you remember what? A small 2, and that means squared. Perimeter equals 12 units squared, right? Now remember, we don't do that to perimeter. We only square area. So you remember how to do that, right? Okay. This lesson, we are still focusing on area and perimeter, only we're going to do rectangles and squares that don't have tiles in them, all right? So you're not going to be able to count those individual tiles this time. This time you're going to have to use the operation. Now remember, we said area is on the inside, right? Area is on the inside, and so we do what? We multiply. So you are going to have to use multiplication, all right? You're going to have to use multiplication in order to find your area, okay? Here's what I mean by that. Let's say that you have a rectangle, and let's say that your rectangle has the dimensions on the side. Now, if you remember, we did perimeter without tiles, where we had dimensions on the side. And remember, dimensions is just a fancy word for your length and your width. And remember, length is how tall, width is how wide, right? So this right here would be the length. This right here would be the width. This would be the length, and this would be the width. So these two are the width, these two are the length. Are you with me so far? Okay, now, so let's say that this has a length of 3, let's say inches, okay? And I'm going to show inches with IN, 3 inches, okay? And let's say, this is a little longer than this, so let's say that this has a length of 5 inches. I mean, a width, sorry. So I have a length of 3 inches and a width of 5 inches, right? If this is 3 inches, what is this going to be? 3 inches, right? And if this width is 5 inches, what does that mean this width is going to be up top? 5 inches, right? Because it's a rectangle, and rectangle has 2 sets of equal, they have equal sides, right? 2 sets of equal sides. All right. Are you with me so far? Yeah? All right. So, finding perimeter, let's just find perimeter first, because this is a review for you. So, finding perimeter, you know that you have got to, perimeter is outside, so we the A stands for what? Addition, right? So you would have to add everything on the outside, right? So you would have to add 3 plus 3 and 5 plus 5. Oh, goodness, something fell. Right? 3 plus 3 and 5 plus 5. And I would say 3 plus 3 is 6. 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 plus 6 is 16. And so the perimeter would equal 16 inches, right? And that's how we would do it. We would say, okay, 3 plus 3, because I have 2 3s here. 5 plus 5, because I have 2 5s here. 3 plus 3 is 6. 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 plus 6 is 16. So my perimeter equals 16 units. Now let's go to the area. Now guys, the area is very simple, all right? It's a very simple formula. When you do area, you have got to multiply one of your lengths and one of your widths. All right? So your length and your width. All right? Now, whereas perimeter, you had to add all of this. With area, you multiply one length with one width. All right? One length with one width. So what is your length? Length is how tall? 3 inches, right? What is your width? Width is how wide? 5 inches, right? So I would multiply 3 times 5 to find my area. What is 3 times 5? If you don't know it, you can do a set model. I'll do it with you. Remember, we have to make groups out of one of my factors. I'm going to choose to make groups out of my 3 here. So I'm going to make 3 groups. If I make groups out of my 3, that means I have to put how many in each one with the set model? 5 in each one. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 3 times 5 is what? It's 15. So the area is 15 inches squared. Because remember, with area, you have to square it. Do you see what I did there? For perimeter, what I did was I added all of these together, right? For area, all I did was multiply the length times the width. So 3 times 5. 3 times 5 is 15. The area is 12 inches. 15, sorry. It looks like a 12 from where I'm looking at because everything's backwards. Area equals 15 inches squared. Okay, so that's all you have to do for area when you don't have the tiles. You multiply the length times the width. Let's do another one. Let's do another one where we just do area and we don't worry about perimeter, okay? I want to draw a different type of. Okay, let's say that this is 7 inches and this is 2 inches. Okay, so let's say we have this. What is my length? 7 inches, right? 7 inches over here and 7 inches over here. What is my width? 2 inches, right? 2 inches over here, 2 inches over here. Remember, area is length times width, all right? I'm not going to multiply 7 times 2 times 7 times 2. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to multiply one length and one width, right? So what is my equation going to look like?